Angela Bowen here with my book. We decided last week, I announced that we were going to do a read through. So I'm super excited about that. I'm actually locked in my room. I was trying to get this video out, but I have a bunch of crazy teenagers running in and out of my house. So I'm here, locked in my closet with you. Okay, so I couldn't go live because of technical issues pretty much on my end, technical difficulties on my end, but hopefully next week I'll figure it out. So when I was writing this book, the one scripture that God gave to me was Isaiah 62:10, and it was pass through the gates, prepare the way for the people, build up the highway, remove the stones, raise a banner for the nations. And the banner that he wanted me to raise is a banner of virtue. So my subtitle is Raising a Banner of Virtue to the Nations. Okay, so we're going to start chapter 1 and just do a little read. Chapter 1 is sugar and spice. And that's what most little girls are made of. As children, we all have these hopes and dreams of who and what we will become when we grow up. I wanted to be a pilot, an actress, a medieval princess, a singer, a warrior, a dressmaker, and most of all, an explorer. I dreamt of far-off lands in which I would discover ancient artifacts. My mind ran wild with all the adventures that I would embark upon and the pirate ships that would take me there. Plenty of my daydreams, though, were taken captive by the prince who would consume me with his first kiss and conquer me as his own. I made daisy halos and designed the perfect wedding dress for the beginning of our glorious life together. Year after year, I would dream and plan, and year after year, the leaves would turn crimson and fall, leaving only disappointment, followed by another lonely winter. And then one day, I just woke up. Recently, I uncovered an old photograph at my mother's house of me as a newborn, swaddled in bleached white linens. My dewy light blonde hair, freshly washed, peeked over the hospital sheets. I stared at my innocent little self and just wept. If only you would have known then what I know now. I wanted to embrace my precious infant state and warn me of all the times to come, but at last it was only a photograph. I held it close to my heart, so innocent, so pure, looking into my own blue eyes 30+ years earlier. I longed to protect me from this big bad world that would have its way with me over and over again. But there's no going back, there's no returning. Somewhere on my quest to adulthood, reality had robbed me of my childhood hopes and dreams. But what if the Peter Pan theory didn't always have to come true? What if we could rediscover our youngest hearts and most cherished memories even after we were forced to grow up and leave Neverland? But is this truly possible? Come away with me and we shall embark on this adventure together, and by chance we just may uncover a few lost treasures, perhaps one of them being your heart. Okay, so I'm going to stop there. Man, childhood, it can be rough. And we plan and we dream. I used to dream all the time. My teachers would tell my mother, I'm going to take these off because there's a major glare. My teachers would tell my mother that I was just a daydreamer. I was just a daydreamer, and I was a huge daydreamer. I loved to daydream and write stories, even at a young age. But things happen in our childhood, that leave scars. And one of the big ones was for me was when I was 5, my parents divorced and my mom moved us to Montana from California. I was born in California. And that left a huge, just a gaping hole, and just this fear of abandonment. And we can kind of talk about the whole dad thing next week in the father chapter. But yeah, there was lots and lots of scars from my childhood, and it was just really cool because, when I cried out to God, He came in and He just healed those wounds. And I'm not saying that, God is going to take away everything that happened in your childhood, but He can take the effects of everything that has happened in your childhood off of you. And He's the great healer. He's the physician. He's Jehovah Rapha, our healer. And not only is He the physical healer, we've all heard stories of Jesus healing people in the New Testament. He raised the dead, healed the sick, opened the eyes of the blind. But I'm here to tell you, He's also a heart healer. He's healed my emotions and my heart as well. And yeah, the first thing I had to do was forgive all those people who hurt me in my childhood. And I'll tell you what, it was super hard. But I've heard it to be said that unforgiveness is like drinking poison, hoping the person that has hurt you will die. So that doesn't work. And sometimes we feel like they have no right to be forgiven, but forgiveness is actually for us. It's not for them. It's for us to be free and to be healed and to be whole. And we can be freed from all that childhood trauma. And yeah, so I wanted to just kind of open up any comments. If you girls want any prayer, just you can, if it's a personal prayer, just privately message me and I am more than willing to pray with you, for you. I just want everyone to find this healing that I have found. And yeah, and I'm not saying I'm perfect. I'm not totally healed, nothing like that. But I'll tell you what, I'm way better off than when I started. I guarantee you that one. And so here's my book. More Than a Mud Flap. We are doing a read through. This is week 2. If you want to purchase my book, I'm going to leave a link below. I'm also going to add in the comments, I'm going to add a page in here that talks about healing and the steps of breaking free. You guys are more than welcome to read that, print it out, use it as a guide. Yeah, honestly, learn from my mistakes. Learn from my mistakes. Okay, I will see you guys next week as we go over the father chapter. A lot of us have father wounds, so don't miss that one. Okay, see